Hello, 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 my lovely friends. This is Carol Matebula saying hi, 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 everybody. I hope you have started your week with a positive spirit, looking forward to your destiny that you truly desire within yourself. So yesterday I was not feeling well. I went for this amazing chocolate cocktail, which is beautiful, which I'll do it again, definitely soon. And I might be inviting some sisters. Wonderful, wonderful. But because I was not used to it, my body reacted because I have a very sensitive body that I always listen to what it says. It loved the chocolate, but it was not used to it. So that's why I was not there yesterday to do our Monday rituals of our, our messages that we normally send throughout the week. So today I thought, let me come again as usual and interact with you guys in my own beautiful way, as I would always do, as I have promised. Now, today I want to talk about how to master your own body, because I think we're living in a society that lots of people rely on the outsource to make this amazing vehicle work for them. And this, I find it very incredibly strange, because I'm not saying that we shouldn't go out there to get, how do you say it, to get advices on how to deal with ourselves, because of some of us, we don't know, while some of us, we are professionals in really dealing with the body. I've been dealing with the body for more than 25 years. So a body for me, it's something that I really, really admire, and I listen to my body and I let it guide me on things that are not so going well. And over the years, I don't know the taste of pills. I've tried as a little girl to take a pill, and that my body didn't want whatsoever, as cigarette as well. I remember when I was young. So things that happened to me at an early age were signal for me to say no, 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 no. So I remember as a child, they used to send me to go buy cigarette, and I'll buy, and everybody was fascinated about this cigarette story, and I wondered, what was this box? What was this box containing inside, where it made everybody so crazy? Now I'm telling you this story to tell you about when did I start getting connected with the body. It's kind of like story outside but inside. So I collected some money, because they used to give me money. After they did that, they'll give me a few cents, to kind of a tip, after you have run up and down like a madness. And then so then what I did, I bought myself 10 pack. They used to call it Lexington, I think that was called that cigarette of theirs there. So I got that cigarette, and I went behind the bushes where no one would find me. And of course, I knew as well there's a matches that you gotta light it, as I was 10 years old. And I started smoking this thing, because I thought this thing was like, like the sweets that they gave us, but for the adult. And I thought, okay, so you smoke it and then you get a certain, fascinated by the way the elderly were fascinated by. So I took my first cigarette, and then I gave it. I gave up. I finished the first one, and I took the second one. To the second one, just halfway to the second one, I started getting sick like crazy. And the worst part is that I couldn't tell the parents, I couldn't tell the elder people that I've been smoking this cigarette, because of it was something that I really wanted to do, to find out behind their back. So it backfired. Now I got sick, and then I was smelling this terrible thing around my body and my eyes, everything, and I just wanted that smell to go away, and I couldn't, and I vomited, and then guess what happened? From that moment on, I hated cigarette. I never touched cigarette, even today. So our body is very important. So today the subject is about become the master of your own body. Now, as I told you a lot, you guys, being trained by my great-grandmom from very, very early age, a body, it's something very incredible to me. This body of ours, it is very precious to me. I take my body as number one priority, and number one priority in terms of communicating with it. yes, sometimes I do things that I know that my body is not happy with, such as sometimes visiting chicken. And after I visited chicken, like eating chicken, my body would really, especially at this present moment, because I've stayed away from meat for some time now. And so sometimes I then revisit it as a bad habit, not as something that my body needs, because I really don't believe that we need meat at all. I think it's just a bad habit. Meat, it's not something that our body need. Meat is a bad habit. So because I've got this bad habit, I then tend to visit this meat once in a while, very, very, very seldom. But then it backfires on me. I start getting sick, my belly, and I start feeling these things. And what I do then, I then let my hands be the one to reduce this electricity. Because of these energies that we eat, they're the outside sources, which are other muscles, other tissues of other animals. We bring it into our own system. It becomes an extra electricity that the body has to fight so hard to try to blend it with its own. And I realized that by doing that, I really, really compromise my body so much, because if I eat veggies, which are very light, which the electricity, it is not so much intensive because they don't have blood, my body can breathe, and my body can have a chance to to do its work without any extra work. So today, as I said, it's about mastering your own body. What does your body say? And also, what do I do in terms of looking after myself? I don't look after myself to be the most beautiful woman, but I just look after myself to be the most amazing energy I own, so that whatever I do, I feel like Carol Rahaba Matebula has her own mastery in herself, which is me. Now, what I do whenever, on a weekly basis, Monday to Sunday, whenever I go to my bath and have a bath, I love a bath because a bath gives me a chance really to explore my body, to find out what's going on in my body. And what I search for all the time, I search for this extra electricity in our body. Pain, it's electricity. It is electricity. Pain, it is not something that can be resolved by knives. Yes, some of it, when it has extremely went overboard and has burned your organs, and these organs can't be revived, then that's where you can result into things such as surgery, which I really, really don't know so much, and I don't want to temple into stories that I have no clue about. What I'm trying to say is that for you not to find your body being compromised by any hiccups towards the future, make sure that you are the master of your own body on every second of every minute of every hour. So I massage myself. Every day when I wake up, the first thing before I even go out of my bed, it's to take my hands, and I always start around my forehead just to feel what is the intensity, how intense does my forehead and my eye feel? And also depending on what was I doing yesterday. Was I overworked? Was I using my brains too much to come up with ideas? Because of whatever that you see me doing out there, you guys, it just does not come easily as everybody thinks. It takes me thinking, I'm so sorry, there's just a little bit too much light. I'm just going to go there and reduce the light a little bit. Bear with me. Yeah, it's just too much. Is that the number one? Yes. 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 So I then look around my forehead. This is where I begin. I begin around my temples, around my ears, between my eyebrows and the ear. That line, it's so powerful, because that line, it tells me how tired I am. And then I would go around from the beginning of the eyebrows and all the way towards the end, as if I'm going towards the ears, that line. And then I would feel like, for now, because I was not feeling well, when I press here, it makes me feel like breathing, and it makes me feel like just closing my eyes, because of it says to me, Carol, we were overworked yesterday. we overgave energy out. So by doing that, it's just really reducing that energy that it has remained. And I can feel it's also sensitive. And that, if that is not being looked upon, that's when we result into things like headaches. And if we don't follow and listen, we end up resulting into things like minor migraines. And then because of, if you don't detect it, suddenly it goes, and it goes all around your ears. It start going at the back of your ears. And once it start getting at the back of your ears, and suddenly it start roaming around your neck. And then once it's around your neck, then it spreads around, and then you start having heavy chest. And because of people aren't really using their hands for a good job, these hands are used as your doctor, as a tool to manage the body, and only used for us to collect and pick and pick and pick and pick. They are used firstly for ourselves. The hands are the tools, best friends for detecting where your body is. So I do that daily. And after I've done that, and then I'll move down and I'll move around my cheekbones. And normally there's so much stress that lies around your face, you guys. You'll be amazed on how much stress lies there. You see, so this is what I'll do. Like, as I do this at this moment, I have a little bit of pressure right here. And what do? I take my hands and I go around there. And then where the pain is, I just settle right there without working hard whatsoever. And then, you see, the body will react in whatever way it reacts. Like now I'm coughing, and this cough was not there. So just by pressing there, suddenly this cough comes out, meaning that there's a certain pressure there. And this pressure then, this is what makes us tired. This is what makes us look old quickly. There are lots of things that you can do. And by stimulating these areas, you keep young. And then also for those who suffer with sinus, oh dear, the sinus people out there, this is the best technique for you to stay away from the sinus, because of it goes, and like when I do this, I can take even deeper breath. Suddenly, by doing that, suddenly I have a space for me to breathe, and I get even lighter. My eyes suddenly they open up even more. But on top of that, also it helps to keep your face freshly and younger looking, which is something that we need. Once you get to 50 something, do not hide your face, do not hide your age. Just keep your age as it is, but make sure that your body does not tell it what it is. That even when you tell people your age, people wonder, but you don't look it. Why? Because you communicate with your face every day. As we know that our face, it's something that experience so much pressure on the daily. We cry, and then after we cry, we go through problems with our husband, our boyfriends, our loved ones, our kids, and immediately we have to make as if everything never happened, you know. So I take, before I go to sleep in the night, I would take palm oil, fantastic palm oil for your skin, and I would apply palm oil on my skin just for it to nurture my skin, and also to open my pores, while it also works on my elasticity. So when I wake up in the morning, then these are the things that I do just to keep my body intact, just to make sure that I do not struggle with headaches, tension, depressions, and whatsoever. And I realize the more I do that, the more my face looks happier and happier and happier. Now, after I have done the face, and this I do it every single day, especially if there's a little bit of pressure. As I said, this weekend I had too much sugar, which was chocolate, which we know, you guys, that sugar, it's no. They said if you stay away from sugar, you can stay longer without any hiccups of illnesses whatsoever. But what do we got? What do we have to do, really? Because we are introduced to sugar from very early age. So I'm not saying that don't take sugar at all, but once in a while the body will crave sugar. As of course, this past Saturday or Sunday, I was craving some nicely time with some sisters, and there was chocolate cocktails, which I only had 2 of it, and it was really sugary. So of course, because of that, my body, my lymphatic system, which is my garbage bin, takes all these things away from the body so that the body can breathe, and the body throws it to the lymphatic system. So this is a way of me working on my facial lymphatic drainage, and I really love this because it keeps me well. Even though I've got some dark spots, and I've got a sister called Coco who has this amazing machine that will help you as well, just to go a little bit further after you have done with your hands. So what I'm saying is that be the master of your own body. So at this present moment, I'm really talking about beautification and also reducing of stress. I haven't even got yet into the pains that the body overgo on a daily. So after you have done that, I can feel it's getting better. Yesterday it was even more congested, but today here there's less problems. I only have problems on this area. I can feel it's very sensitive, and as I'm going deeper into it, it gets to kind of tingleness. It tingles, and I can feel lots of mucus coming in from the back side of my body. So what I'm doing, I'm actually cleansing my lymphatic system by making sure that whatever that it is there that it's putting heaviness on my body, it has to go. And as you do it, sometimes you'll feel things like redness around the nose, because the nose works a lot. The nose on the daily, I don't know how much, because we express ourselves with the nose. When you're angry, the first thing that you do, you tense your nose. So our nose works a lot. So sometimes it's good just to go there and relax this beautiful piece of your body, which is the nose, and you go around there, and again going up there and realizing, and then going around the mouth area towards the lips area, and the pressure is as gentle as you can, especially when you get around your lips area, because of there you've got bones, and if you press harder, you would feel a little bit of uncomfortability because of discomfortability because of your teeth. So this as well, it's fantastic. This is connected, I find, with this area. The more I massage this area, the more my dark circles gets lesser. About 5 years ago, the fact that my father passed away, I was going through a lot of stress, and I realized that my eyes were getting darker and darker. And because of I was not emotionally connected, because of you guys do remember that we do get emotionally disconnected depending on where we are, what's happening in our lives. It could be financials, it could be the loss of loved ones, it could be the loss of there's lots of things that makes us to disconnect. And some of us, we can disconnect for years. I was disconnected since 2011 until 2016, actually, on a deeper level. So from 2016, that's only then I could feel that, hey, I'm closing a gap to that door. And on the 2019, I'm feeling like, hey, finally, I can feel that I'm kind of reconnecting with myself. So while you do all these things, all that time that I was disconnected, it was mapped around my face. It was mapped around my system. So the only thing for me now to get back to that Carol that I knew, Carol, even a better one actually, because the one that I knew who I left, I don't even remember where she was. But this Carol at this present moment, it's the one who says, I'm feeling connected and I'm ready to embrace my world as I did in the past. So I need to map out all that stress of 2011 into entering my body into a new space in time of freedom and self-discovery and self-awareness. So I'll do this until, so why you see me doing that, where you see me sitting the most, and what I do, I only do it with these two fingers. So they step on top of each other, and then I create a line, and then this is now around just below. Remember, we started underneath the nose, going around the edges of your nose, and then you go a little bit now down towards your lips. And when you get there, suddenly, whenever the body releases something, you breathe in, meaning that you have just got a space where it was blocked or extra electricity. And these things, for me, I don't call it a pain. I call it extra electricity, because as you work on it and you feel the sensation of it, the best thing for you not to be captured in the sensation of pain, call it electricity, because when you call it electricity, you can really resonate with it, because the pain behind it, the mind it unleashes that sensory of pain, and suddenly it emphasizes more on the electrical shock, how deep it's electrical shock. So that pain becomes electricity. And as you work on it, you can feel this electricity entering your fingers, and you can feel it getting reduced and reduced and reduced. And then this is what I do. And it's keeping my body as freshly as I can. And then after you have done that, then you go down your chin and just really making sure that you massage your chin. Sometimes there won't be any pain, as at this present moment as I do this. I feel no tension whatsoever on this area, meaning that that area is perfectly well, except only on this edge, just below my chin, just at the edge of my chin. I feel a little bit of a, and then suddenly, once again, there comes that breath, me breathing in. So what we're doing here, we're enhancing our body, making sure that all is well. So please, every day when you wake up, before you can rely on your GP, before you can rely on anyone, which of course you need to do that, and before you can go to your massage therapists, because of most of people come to us as therapists without knowing what's going on into their bodies. And only when you touch something, somebody would say, oh, you know what, I've been having that for over 3 years now. I mean, I'm thinking that over 3 years, that thing, if it has been there for over 3 years, as we know that each and every part of our organs, especially the most important parts of our organs, are interconnected. So if you do not look after any pain that has been there for years, and you don't get to the core of it, just to find out how deep it's this electricity and how far has it linked with your body. So it is important to make sure that you master your body. You become the master of your own body by understanding all this electricity that resonates, especially for those who are drinking, God, those who are consuming alcohol. I know you love your alcohol, you dear people out there, which I'm not saying to you, leave your alcohol, that soury water of yours. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to you, you're bad by doing it. It serves a purpose, as everything, as what I'm doing now, it serves me a purpose. But please detoxify, because I tell you something, there are people who have came into my massage bed, as they're lying there, as they take off their shoes and they undress, as we know that we undress to a certain limit when we go for therapy, and suddenly the room gets filled with the alcohols around our body. And so our body, it's compromised a lot. If you're a smoker out there, you gotta know that your body is compromised here. It's not a matter of people not wanting you to smoke. It's not a matter of people wanting to control whatsoever. All the substance that we take overpower our body. So as we celebrate them, those substances, which is alcohol, cigarette, whatever it is that you're taking, find ways as well to rebalance your body, because of if we only take the substance and we don't take care of our body, it means that we just really want to drown our body to the worst nightmare out there. So make sure that you do these things, especially for the smokers. For the smokers, this will be amazing. And for the smokers, the chest area, it is phenomenally amazing. And around your neck. This is very, 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 very important to make sure that you massage. And I'm sorry, you guys, once again, because as you can feel, I'm cleaning my garbage, which is my lymphatic system. I'm just reducing the garbage that it's sitting around it. Yeah. So remember, look after your body, detoxify, massage your body. Now, another thing that I'm gonna say, especially for them sisters, to make sure that this area stays intact, massage this area, go around and make sure that everything is massaged, and you go into round circular movements. This keeps you looking fresh and looking young, that gravity does not overwhelm through your sculpture of your body. So make sure that you massage this area. And I say also for reducing of emotions, this is because sometimes everything becomes so much, so heavy, so scarcity, so overwhelming, that we stand like robots. We move, but we're not moving. And at that moment, our lungs aren't given a chance to have enough space for the air that it needs so that it can nourish our system. So by massaging this area, you actually give your lungs a chance to cleanse and to throw away whatever mucus that stays around there. Because of when we do that, a body will always create extra liquid so that it can be able to deal with whatever that you are going through. So body is always compromising to find a way to keep you well. But while it does that as well, sometimes it's overworking because of as I said, we are not connected, especially when we are going through emotions. So by massaging your own body, and at this moment I can feel that I've got pressure here. and whenever, remember what I said, whenever there's too much electricity in your body, you'd realize by putting your fingers, and you don't work. Like here now, there's a little bit of pressure. What do? I just take my fingers and I make circular moves, and then go under. The more I make circular moves, suddenly it guides me to exactly where the extra electricity is. And what do I do when I get there? I just sit there and let the hands to body electricity to reduce themselves. How amazing this is. Then I would go again to a little bit further areas just to check where is the other connected electrical energies around there. And then after I do that, then I'll go like that, just to make sure that my chest is in a good space at all time. And this we need to do, dear people. We need to do this at all times, just to feel where your body is. And if you do that, if you follow me at this moment as you are doing this technique, as I'm showing you with my hands, you'd feel that as you're touching some of your parts, they'll be really, really painful. And your work is to continue working on them until you don't feel pain at all. And that's what my great grandma used to say. I love, you know how I feel? I feel very lucky that I had my great grandma, because she taught me very, very important things. Now, as you know, I don't take no pills. I do not take no pills. And I will never take any pill. I will go for massage. I'll go for physiotherapy. I'll go for cupping. Yes, I'm not a fan of acupuncture so much. I'm not saying that don't do it, you guys. I've done it, and I really don't see a reason for it, because I feel like after I've done it, I have to redo it again because of it overstimulates my meridians. So I don't do that. But instead of cupping, instead of acupuncture, oh my God, I love my cupping. I love my cupping. I love my cupping. One of the best things for me that I do, at least on a monthly basis, and at least if not on a monthly basis, at least once in 2 months, I shall have my cupping done on my body. So that as well, you can see what it does. It gathers all the dirty blood in one area, so it goes on your lymphatic again, and it draws all that nonsense that it's stored around your body that your body does not need. And then the person then will take this cupping and they will rub it all around your body. So it's not so lovely to feel. By the way, it's a little bit very sensitive. But when you finish with that, you are back and healthy and going. So these are the things that I do. I do this secretly. And by doing it secretly, and I thought to myself this morning as I was working on my belly, I'll show you there's something that I've been doing with you guys, this breathing technique of mine that I've been doing the past few weeks, you guys, and I've been struggling with it. But I know why I've been struggling with it, because there has been a very massive pain on my left. As you know, you guys, I think I have shared this with you that about 2007, or if not 2008, I was introduced because I was looking to have children then. And then they told me that I had fibroids, about 9 of them. And then they introduced me to this thing called embolization. And I did that embolization thing. But after that, my body was a nightmare until recently, which the fibroids didn't go, but my body was out of balance. Nobody did check up. They just put this liquid on me that they said it was going to burn my arteries and etc., so that the fibroids wouldn't really have life and all that nonsense. And what I find is that it didn't help me at all. It just really took my body out of balance. I started having this big belly. I was getting fat. And then I thought to myself, what do I do with this fatness? And I was really losing my confidence. I'm so sorry. As you know, that this is cleansing. It's kind of detoxifying. So I always do these things where I'm cleaning myself. So sorry. So sorry. I'm back. So what I needed to do was to follow up with my own self by taking medicine. I have my herbs with me that wherever I go around the world, I always have my African medicinal plants in my bag. And these herbs have been with me. They're still here, which is African potato. I love it. 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 I take African potato for all that I am, to try to help me cleanse, because of it's fantastic for the skin cleansing, for the skin elasticity, and it's also fantastic for it looking after my immune system. So I use this a lot for it to help me clean my body. And I also have boho, of course, which is boho. It's fantastic for helping me with energy, especially when I feel like I'm using too much energy, and I also need to cleanse my bowels, you know, and to be able to go to for number one or number two clearly without any smell whatsoever. So I take this medicinal plants, and also on a weekly basis I eat raw garlic. I eat raw garlic for whatever reason is, so that my body as well, my inside mouth does not smell. Garlic, it smells bad when you eat it, but because of garlic, it's such a powerful medicine to fight bacteria. I use it a lot for that. I also use it for my teeth. Once a week, I'll cut a stalk of garlic in half, and I'll take it and I'll run it all around my gums, within inside of my gums and outside of my gums, just to make sure that my body and my mouth, it smells lovely, that I do not really interfere with people with my smell of my mouth. And sometimes it's not actually about the mouth, it's also about your small intestines. If your inside it's not well, if your large intestines and your small intestines are not well, and you're producing too much acid, your livers, it's not well, you smell your mouth. I really feel bad for those who with a smelly mouth. It's not your fault, but it's something that can be normalized. So start by starting with garlic. Eat garlic, and then you can also make to make sure that. Sorry, it's cleansing, you guys. I'm cleansing. I know you're gonna be seeing these things. Especially everybody, because if I do these cleansing things every morning, you would see me doing these kinds of things. So yes, another thing that you can do as well to make sure that you detoxify, take lots of ginger and put it in your juicing machine and just juice out that liquid just as it is. If you wanted to make it even more stronger, especially though for those who are smoking and those who are drinking, to cleanse your lungs, to burn all that ducky smoke that goes into our small pockets of our lungs. Put a little bit of chili into that, and then drink that liquid within a blink of an eye. Just whoop. And then as you drink it, you'll feel as if your system is getting burned. But after that, it will run you into the bathroom like crazy, and then in no time you have cleansed your body, and then voila, all is well. And while you also do that on a weekly basis, choose a day when you do that. Well, while you're also doing that, make sure that you introduce soups on that week. Make lots of greenery soup, because as you're doing this garlics, you're doing this African potatoes, you can't eat a heavy food. So everything has to be in a system of everything the body that has to do at this moment while I'm cleansing. It has to come out very easily, especially after having my chocolate. This is my mood where I'm at. So this is it. And then another thing, as you're doing that, people say, how do you reach your back? So sometimes I go around my shoulder blades because of my shoulder blades are very important. So for me to make sure that I don't struggle with this pressure here, especially as a therapist, because if we work a lot, you'll find that this becomes a mountain and it becomes filled of tension that you can't even move. It's kind of your shoulders become kind of frozen. So what you will do, you'll take your fingers and then rub around and always do circular move. And when you feel that there's a little bit of pressure, you don't work once again. You just stand there. And then you'll breathe and let the electricity of your fingers penetrate that tension. And you'll feel as if the huge heat enters your body. And then again, you do circular again to find out even further. And once you find that there's a little bit of pressure and electricity that you feel where it becomes a little bit painful, there you sit. And then you'll feel it. At this moment, it shoots all around from my neck to the back of my ear. So then what I'm going to do then, I'm going to start following that area because that's where it says to me, your tension, this is how far it goes. So this itself massage, this itself looking after your body. And then some of them, they might not go. And if they don't go this pressure, then you definitely need a therapist. And as I say, on a monthly basis, make sure that you get to your therapist. And then after I have done the neck, and then I go all around the edges of my shoulder blade. And then I'll check around the edges of my shoulder blades. Like here, this moment, I feel that there's a little bit of pressure there and it's kind of bubbly. And what do? I then go in and I just sit there. Then you see me breathing. It means that the energy flow, it's flowing at that moment. It's like, thank you, Carol, exactly right there. This is where I need attention. Isn't this beautiful? You're like kind of your own therapist. and then you do that and you stay well, dear people. I don't struggle with pain. If I do have a pain, I tackle it. And then I'll go around this area with my knuckles like that, using my flat knuckles and making sure that you're protecting this bone. Whatever you do, make sure that you don't touch the bone. So I go below that bone and then I go like that. Then I go around. Now, if you are working on a computer a lot and you feel like you're frozen, please focus, emphasize on this soft area. You see that? You'll touch it. It feels very soft. It's like a cushion. Go between that with your knuckles. Just knuckle that area. And it will be sensitive. And when you knuckle that, if it's too hard, you can see I'm a little bit sweaty. You see that? There's a little bit of water coming out, especially because I'm working on this area, meaning that area it's over or her, and then of course garbage comes out. Now it's cleansing. It's cleansing. If it looks disgusting, forgive me. And then you go around there. Did you see how quickly I sweat? I mean, and now it feels really, really warm. Why? Once again, I was not feeling well yesterday. So this will happen that my body will react even further. Look how wetish that is. So I go around here. Oh, it's fiery. It's really, really sensitive. And then you go. So your work is to do it until it's not sensitive. And then you calm it a little bit. Then again, you go. Oh, it's already better. The sensitivity is already away, and then you follow, and then you relax that area. You relax. Same applies. Go to the other area. Go around this area again. Do your rotation, and it's already feeling much better. It's incredible. So this is what I do because of sometimes we don't have time to go for massage. We've got so much to do. So for me to keep well and to keep healthy, I massage myself. I master my own body. And then after I do that, once again, we go to the edges of your shoulder blade and then finding out what's going on at the edges of my shoulder blades. Okay, then I go to the top. Can you see that? And you need to do yoga. The more you do yoga, the more you stretch your bodies. Please, dear people, as you reach to 40, remember, your sculptural bones, your stones, your inner mountain becomes even more harder because of it finds way to keep you standing. But sometimes they froze too much. So what you need to do once you have reached 40, exercise, exercise, exercise to get your flexibility going. So that is also one of the things that I do to keep flexible, so I can be able to keep my youth movement going, because of when we get older, we become too tied up. We can't even move our knees, and that's when the knees problems start attacking and etc. Now, soon I'll be talking around the lower body. So today we really end up around this area. So now you take that part, and then you squeeze together as if you're touching your chest skin and putting it together, and you'll feel, oh, this will give you even deeper understanding of where your chest is. And if it's painful, please don't be afraid. Do it until that pain reduces. And the pain, when I say pain, it's not a pain that you can't handle, but some people are a little bit afraid of pain. But if the body is out of balance and it has lots of electricity, this is what you would get. And then, of course, so this is what we're going to end it up today. Look after your body. Make sure that your body is exactly what you wish to be, from flexibility to not feeling pain, not being don't be a guinea pig of the world medical system. Be a guinea pig of your own self. And if you feel things aren't really, really working well, then visit a doctor. But visit a doctor knowing what's going on with your body, because of sometimes you go there, they tell you what's happening and they tell you what you can take. Even when you take these things and they're not working for you, they'll tell you take it. And because of you are so much relying on the outsource, you take it though you know that it's not well. I really don't do that. It doesn't work for me. It does not work for me. I really don't give a damn how much degrees you have. My body, it's my own degree. So this was it. So we're going to end up with that thing that I normally do, as today, of course, it's about the body, the breathing analysis. So I think today it's going to be better, you guys, because the secret is that I have been having lots of problems over the past 2 weeks around my belly that I was not even aware of. Yes, I knew that there was a little bit of tension there, but I was not aware how deep it was. So of course, I've been doing lots of self-healing, and I find out the massive something around my belly. And the good thing is it's getting better. So we're gonna check with that breathing analysis, and please, you guys, use this as something really, really beautiful, just to make sure that. So the last time my belly was not in a good shape. Remember the last time when we spoke, I said my belly was a little bit big, and today, look at that. Look at that. So over the past few weeks, I've been making sure that I wanted to have my youth belly back. And what do I do to have my youth belly back? And you know, I'm saying the youth belly because of we sisters, our belly is our number one priority, because when you enjoy your belly, so can you enjoy everything. So whoever who's out there, this is just for the fitness, because I truly believe in fitness. So fitness, it's my number one priority. So I've been doing this movement, and I've been struggling a lot over the past few weeks, where I say we close our eyes and then we do the breathing analysis, where you, oh God, it's a little bit dark. I have no clue why. Yeah, so what you do, you stand there, and then you open your eyes. Why is it so dark? I'm so sorry. That's much better. Oh dear. I'm struggling with the lighting, you guys. Okay. Dark. Okay. Ooh. Oh dear, it became so dark. I hate it when it's so dark. Right, so sorry for the final. It's going to be a little bit dark. I don't know why. So this was my struggle the last time. And I realized that this struggle came because this area was in fire. It was really, really the most painful thing I have ever had. For the past 2 weeks, I've been working on this, and it feels better. And today, look, remember the last time I was struggling? I couldn't even stand like this. It was like wobbly. And I wondered, why am I wobbling? Because if I'm not a wobbler, what's going on? And today, after doing this healing connecting and finding out this electricity. Where did the electricity come from? Today, look at that. I'm standing. And my skeleton, it says, Carol, we're strong, we're going, we are balanced, and hallelujah. And we are beating the age. We are beating the age, and we will beat the age until whatever time. So this is it. Stand there and enjoy. And stand there and enjoy your skeleton. Enjoy your skeleton. I haven't done this from the last time I saw you guys because I've been busy with healing my body to try to find out where this problem comes from. And today, here we are. Still a little bit fiery, but not as bad as the last time. And I did this for reducing electricity around my body. So I hope you enjoyed today. The story is about mastering your own body to make sure that all is well. And I'm so sorry for the darkness. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. This is Carol Matibula saying, celebrate your body, become the master of your own health. I thank you. Hope you enjoyed. God bless. Bye for now. And please subscribe for our videos. There's a massive information in this discussions of Carol Matibula Vunkuwa International Academy. For those who wants to find out about Vunkuwa courses, these discussions are also very important because of, as I say, as a therapist, you gotta know where your body is because there's lots of therapists who are healing people out there and their bodies aren't in a good balance themselves. So make sure that your body is in a good balance as your mind, spirit, and soul. I bow. Carol Matibula. Love you all. Bye.